Utica Avenue and Church Avenue.
Thank you. Have a good day. Appreciate it. Excuse me. Oh yeah. Listen. Welcome back to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program. Target Individual Experience. Look at her move. Why? Look. So why she move up my way? Right? Why she move up my way? Because I lift my hat up so they can see my earbuds. Right? So she was like, oh no, I don't want no part of this. I don't want no part of this. Let me go the other way. Like you tell you guys, some of them, you know, you will be able to affect them in a way in which they themselves get psychologically damaged, just as how they psychologically damage you, right? So once you learn how to fight back, you learn how to also, you know, hurt them psychologically as well, right? It's just like when they're against a physical fight, right? You get hit, the other person get hit, right? They hurt, you hurt. Unless you can't fight, then you're going to be the only one hurt. So as TIs, we got to learn to, as targeted victims, we got to learn to fight back, right? In the manner in which they attack us, which is psychologically. So understand their tactics, their methods, and what it is that they do, and fight them back. Now, when I was on the bus, again, they started using new people with wheelchairs. You know, for a couple of years, they keep using the same, you know, whenever they use the wheelchair theme, it is always the same persons or the same people. Now they got a new set of people that they're using with wheelchair, which is, you know, it's interesting though, you know, because it shows that, you know, people will eventually start to question things, and you know that's what I think, right? So I'm only speculating because I haven't seen some of the people that they've used. Even though my memory might be bad, it's still, you know, like I said, when it comes to my targeting though, yes, stay out of it. You gotta be that loud. Like I'm folding his hands. Look, Twiga. Look, why you so loud, bro? Why are you so loud? You have people listen to your conversation like that. Look at this shit. You're on the phone when you got your windows open. It's 38 degrees outside. All right? Look, so he's sticking her finger in her ears. All right? Look, there's a UPS truck pass by. Yeah, he starts walking. Phone is on. Look. Coordinated. All right, coordinated. What is that? LWG 2839. Okay? So yeah. And look, and the fact that I can recognize their targeting, their subliminals, right? Their coercive persuasion programming, right? Their cognitive warfare, it's a benefit to me, meaning that, you know, I get back some form of autonomy, not only in my mind, but also in my actions, right? Because understanding how they're programming, right? And then how they try to get away with the fact that they're programming. You understand what I'm saying? Like no one sees the programs. All they see is the victim's actions. And again, they almost, I would say, accomplished what they were trying to accomplish. Almost. Didn't happen though, didn't work. And so this is why you see they'll continue to attack and lie and manipulate, because of the fact is that I am exposing the non-consensual human experimentation that they've engaged in, the illegal microchipping, right? The manipulation of a false narrative, lies of with their manufactured consent, you know, to try to say, well, I gave them permission, or we as TIs gave them permission when we did not. Right, so they try to get away with that shit. All right. Oh, and you're up to the department. Look at him. why you got his hand sticking out the window like that? It's funny. Oh yeah. You notice I'm moving back and forth. That's because when I recognize their patterns, I'll do the same thing back to them. Like I keep telling you, the more they attack me, is the more I'm going to do what they do to me. Right? And so again, I want you to see the New York Predator Department, bunch of Nazis, right, sticking his hand out the window, white predator officer, right, using his sirens. I mean, come on, that's just their way of masking their Nazi mindset, right? That the fact that they are Nazis. He literally stuck his hand out the window to do the Hitler sign, I should say, the Nazi sign, right? There was no car even close to where he was turning, to where they were turning. Oh, here they go again. Here they go again. It might be another one. Don't worry, I'm not going to do the Nazi sign. Don't worry, I'm not going to do it. 4272, right? Because that's what they do, right? When I talk about creating an adversarial mindset, you know, a tit for tat. You know, no, I'm gonna be tit for tat when it comes to certain things. You know, but once I understand their tactics and their method and how they manipulate people, how they engage in radicalization of people within the society or online, when you can recognize those patterns, right? Like I said, you know, because you know, I said yesterday, I think I said they're the one that radicalized me to be like this, which is true, right? But but this is me when they talk about the radicalization. I've changed their negative radicalization into something that's positive, right? Which is to expose them, which is to identify what it is that they do. Look, you gonna hit me back? Okay, all right, whatever. Yeah, we'll hit you back later, right? Yeah. I love it when they come out the store, they make their hair like a beef. Look, I start doing the same thing too. Look. Yeah, you out of here too, buddy. Yeah, you out of here. Fuck out of here. Look at him. All y'all out of here. Why are you screaming? Again, when you start to see them behave like this, you know, it's subliminal messages that they're engaging in. I'm all the way over here. She's all the way over there. She like literally screaming, right? Come on now. Get some damn earbuds. You know what I'm saying? I'll get some headphones or some shit. You know? But when they engage in this type of behavior, it's because, you know, these are recruits. These are cult members. Right? These are stalkers, right? Criminal stalkers. That's who they are. So, you know, like I said, recognizing their attacks, right, and fighting back, exposing them. It is what you need to do as a TI. Remember, in the Aggressive Persuasion Program, and those responsible for the victimization, for the criminal behavior, and for the crimes committed against the individual, the targeted victim, they will do anything to avoid being exposed and to avoid accountability, right, or responsibility for the damage that they have done, not only to the victim, but also to the people within the society who they radicalize and who they manipulate and lie to and deceive into participating in destructive behavior against an individual or group of people. So I never understanding that, you know, I don't get mad at these zombies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I may say what I need to say, you know, whether it be negative or positive, and that's it. I can only speak the truth. All right? Cognitive warfare. It's all about lies and deception. It's about what? Winning the battle of the mind, right? It's about avoiding avoiding kinetic warfare for non-kinetic warfare. And when it comes to non-kinetic warfare, you have to be able to defeat the minds of your so-called adversary, right, to win the war. So that way, while the war is continuing on that against those individuals or those groups of people, you know, you have this sense of it's being peacetime. All right, so I'm glad that van showed up. LLF 4209. So when the bus was coming to this location, the next block up, you had about a whole bunch of, you have people, look at the dude coming out of the vehicle, same shade, right? The dude with the pull card, same shade, same color shade here. It's a different color red. But if you look up here, the woman in the jacket, same shade of red. But the next block up, they were heavily targeting me with the exact same shade of red. Right, and now you see the blitz, the red attack, red hat, red vehicle. The guy walking across the street again, wearing red. The guy at the corner, where'd he go? Right, the lady with the red jacket. Here you go. The guy came out of the store right there, wearing the red jacket. Right, so you know what I got to do. Right, you know what I got to do, right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got the red tights, a lot of red. Guy coming across the street again, red hoodie. Right? So you guys see the pattern, right? Again, another red vehicle, all right? And you guys start to see the pattern, how they will blitz you with the color red, or whether it be the color gray or the color black. It's always going to be blitz, right? But look at it. Look what he does. Look what he does. Why? Because I'm over here, so I got to walk all the way over there, right? Look. License plate 1A179NM. Come on, man. Come on. Go ahead. No, ladies first. Come on.
Thank you.
I'll get you in trouble. Why are you going to get in trouble?
Right.
Go, right? Ladies go. Thank you. Thank you for being a gentleman. Not a gentleman, a good man. There's in the middle. You can go to the middle. Will that work either? Right. All this money on these machines and this stuff don't even work.
Money machine disturb.
Work for me. It worked for me. Bad man, got to see.
I'm gonna take
Go to the front of the truck. Alright? Sometimes they'll attack you using the same shade of vehicle. Same shade of red, same shade of gray, silver, blue. Right? So any bright colors, they will use sometimes the same shade of variety of that shade of color.
So you see this lady later?
Next stop, Church Avenue and New York Avenue. Transfer available to be 44.
You see her for a while.
Just a staring on that phone. Just other than looking at her back, staring on her phone.
Please exit with your phone.
Ma'am, you want to sit down? We'll sit here.
I have my gene in my
Look at this. Rocking us the whole way.
in order for her to have access to certain things. Otherwise, she would have no YouTube, she would have no TikTok, she would have no WhatsApp, she wouldn't have no email, nothing.
Please exit through your door.
I don't know why if I bought the phone, the mother could have done that. The mother could have done that.
Church Avenue
Why the
and
mother didn't give her her stuff?
Avenue.
She could have used her phone and stuff.
Available
Mother
for the
didn't.
2 and 5 trades. B35 Limited. B44 and B44 SPS.
I've been told them, I
See
said,
what
listen,
this
whatever,
boss got is pretty
come
nice.
and give us that, do whatever. Stop. Oh. Oh, okay.